What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're having a blessed day, a beautiful summer day. I hope you're enjoying your 4th of July weekend, getting out there, having a good time, celebrating just the beauty of the country of America, and doing so in a very patriotic manner. However, you can say that. There's millions of different ways you can say that. You know, there's a lot of things that I think a lot of us can take into consideration when we're going throughout this journey or this adventure that we call life. Now, many people see life and the process of life differently. Some see it as a journey, some see it as an adventure. You know, other people, they see it really merely just as a string of experiences and nothing much deeper. Now, I'm personally of the side where I think life is much deeper than I think we give it credit for. And our life matters a lot more than sometimes we give it credit for, that we think it does. You know, we were put here on earth at this time in this place to serve a purpose. And I thoroughly believe that our Creator, that being God, and now some people like to say God, some people say the universe, but I think it's God, put you here, loves you, and wants the best for you. And throughout this life, there's going to be many challenges that come your way. There's going to be hardship that comes your way. There's going to be things that you're going to face that are very challenging. But I believe that we have a choice in how we choose to see those challenges that come our way. We can either choose to see them as a burden, or we can choose to see them as something that is there to make us stronger. And I believe that if we choose to sit there and see that these things that seem to happen to us and come our way and make our lives challenging are there to make us a better person. It's like in a video game, each level you take gets increasingly more difficult. And the more difficult it gets, the better you get if you choose to pass the mission or the level or the test, whatever it may be. And so I like to see life the same way. Life, you know, this life is not easy. The world is not an easy place. The world is often a very confusing and chaotic place, as much as it is a beautiful place. But the chaotic aspects of this world can weigh us down if we don't have something to ground us. And we can feel the weight of this world pulling us in all these different directions, and all these challenges that get thrown our way as something that is there to burden us, that is there to hurt us, that is there to harm us. And that if we don't have a choice in what and how we deal with these things. Well, I believe that we do. And it's up to you if you want to determine the direction your life goes. Might sound cliche, it might sound cheesy, but there's a reason why these things have been repeated over and over and over again by several different people. It's because it's true. And we oftentimes forget, I think we oftentimes forget that how we perceive ourselves, how we perceive the world, and most important of all, how we perceive these challenges that come our way, all plays a really important factor into how things turn out for you. Like, I truly believe that. even if it's super challenging at times to see it that way. I, I truly believe that at its core. And so, for a lot of people out there who are on this self-improvement journey, I've noticed that a lot of us and a lot of people out there are frustrated. They're frustrated with their lives. They're frustrated with their situation. They're frustrated with themselves. And they can be frustrated with themselves for countless number of reasons, but I think the biggest things that people are frustrated about is their current situation and how they ended up in their current situation. And I think a lot of people are really frustrated with their past. And they're frustrated with how they handled things in their past because they can see how that led to where they are currently. And it upsets them and it makes them frustrated. And sometimes it can really feel like it's weighing them down and it's this big mountain to climb. Because they're in this one place and they have this idea of where they want to go. And oftentimes what you'll see is you'll get all motivated, you'll get all excited, you'll make it up in your mind that this time, this is the one time that I'm going to actually make it all happen. And they start doing all these things, and what happens? Life, as it always does, throws them its challenges. It throws them the curveballs. Things get challenging. Things get hard. And they get frustrated, and they feel beat down. And what will happen a lot of times is these people will do the same thing over and over and over again, trying to get this result that they have in their mind. And they don't seem to get there. They don't seem to make progress. They keep doing these habits. They keep, setting these goals in their mind, but nothing really ever seems to come to fruition. And so I believe that in this life, whenever we're trying to get from one point to another point, we must learn to enjoy the process. We must learn to enjoy the process. And so what does that mean? I think that learning and enjoying the process, to me what that means is that you learn to roll with the punches. And rather than getting upset and beating yourself up whenever something doesn't work out, you take the attitude of, well, that didn't really go the way I wanted to. What can I do next time? And what can I learn from this mistake to make this thing go the way I want it to the next time around? And I think that's what it is. I also think that enjoying the process, to actually fully internalize that and experience that, I think the best way is to honestly make your life into like what a video game is. Not every little thing, but I think it's helpful to see it that way. Like think of games like Skyrim or Elden Ring or these open world games where you come into the world, you have nothing, but you go out through the game and you face all these challenges and you slay all these dragons, literally and metaphorically. And through all that, you gain and you grow and you turn your character into something more than what you started out as. I think you just have to see life the same way whenever these challenges are thrown your way, or whenever something is not working out the way you want it to. Is you have to just kind of sit down, calm down, look at this situation for what it is, and just realize that this feeling and this challenge, if you really choose to, set your focus to it, it's all temporary, and that you will overcome it. And in the years to come, you'll look back and you'll realize that you have the capability of overcoming whatever challenge comes your way. And it gives you a sort of confidence. And so I think that's what enjoying the process is. You have to learn to just accept where you are and let that fire in the belly from some of that frustration that you have with your current situation and where you are currently in life. Feel that fire in the belly to actually make the change that is necessary. Even as challenging as that might be, because I can understand it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. But it's worth it. It's worth trying, in my opinion. I think it's worth trying. So, one thing to take away from all of this is a lot of this self-improvement stuff, it's good, but there's more to life than just the basic things self-improvement teaches. And I think there's greater things in life that you have to focus on rather than just these habits. These habits can do good things for you, but that shouldn't be the end goal. You should be involved in something. You should have something going for you in your life that actually gives you value and meaning. Because just doing these habits day to day, you might feel better for a certain period of time, but in the end, if you're not working towards anything bigger, those habits and all the baseline self-improvement stuff is another dead end. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, myself included, many, many times, is that they don't really know what they want out of life, but they think that if they do these small, medial tasks, which some are helpful, but to a certain point, if that's all you're doing, it's not. They think that just doing those things alone will get them to being a millionaire. But it's just not how it works. There's much more to life than, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day and thinking that that's going to guarantee you something in this life. So enjoy the process. You may be in this one place now, but if you just do the little things that are in front of you day by day, you will eventually work your way up to where you want to be. You just have to take it one piece at a time. Stop thinking about the end result. Instead, focus on what you got to do now and what's in front of you. And I believe that if you do that, things in your life will work out in a way much better than they currently are. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Take care. See you next time. Peace.